Hello and welcome back to my haunted hospital multiplayer map. Now, a lot of things have changed since I last recorded this video, and I want to showcase some of them as I feel very proud of them. As you may have noticed, since last time I've added a few more lights and a few more architectural details right here, as you might see. Alright. You have these little vents going throughout the walls, on most of them at least, where it might be appropriate in my opinion. And then you have these different ambient lights throughout the map. I wanted to try and give off the idea that this is a haunted hospital as much as I could, and part of that was within the lighting. You know, you have some lights giving off very low amounts of light, and you have corridors like these or like hallways like these that have very bright lights. If you are familiar with ghosts, you will know that they often affect electricity. And you have these different rooms. Well, this is not really a room yet, but this is one area that leads to another little area right here. This is supposed to be a cafeteria, or formerly, but what ended up happening is that it was twisted and shaped into something else, and there's been a leak. For whatever reason, this water is toxic, and players are able to jump on these tables and avoid this toxic sludge. Look, it does do damage, but I do have but I do have health kits that pretty much, you know, you're not being punished for entering the pool. You could just run around a little bit, get as low as you can, and you're all good. Now, part of this is reinforced by the fact that there's an electricity gun. And let's say the player is running through here, enters some portal right here, and we get to my other section of the map, which is my personal favorite. The part of the map that's been completely corrupted by the undead. Now I should mention that much of my inspiration comes from Silent Hill, so I wanted to try and give that idea of a haunted hospital being transformed to some otherworldly dimension as much as I could. So, you know, you have areas like these where you can just kind of look down, oh, there's a right there, or right there, and maybe the player doesn't want to peek down there and they go over here instead. They can get armor. There's two paths up there. There's the two elevators right here. And then there's the teleporters I showed you. I should mention there's a flashing lights in here. I'm very sorry about that. But the idea with this area here is to kind of give like a sense of atmosphere almost, you know? Like let's say you're running around, but you don't notice that there's a player right next to you until the light comes back on. The light turns back off, on, right? This flashing light, I'll look at it, away for it from a moment, but that flashing light is meant to essentially like highlight that the nail gun is right here on the stairs, so you can quickly get it. But that flashing light is like, as well as this one, are meant to showcase that, like I said previously, there are ghosts affecting this place. And there's not a lot in the way of cover, but I try to compensate for that by having, you know, lots of areas where you could just turn, or like little pillars like this, because it would make sense thematically that a hospital would not have a lot of cover. But that's essentially how I think. I try to make the cover as much, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that, as organically as I can, essentially. Because I believe theme is important to any map, no matter multiplayer or story. And yeah, that's about it.